Australia is vast, wild, and often intimidating. A land where the horizon seems to stretch on forever, and the landscapes shift from red deserts to lush forests in the blink of an eye. For many, the sheer scale of this country can feel overwhelming, as if adventure is always just out of reach, hidden behind endless miles of untamed wilderness. But tucked away in the southeast is Victoria, Australia's best-kept secret. Unlike the sprawling outback, Victoria is a compact state where all the highlights are packed together, making it the perfect place for those who want to experience the best of Australia without spending days on the road. Forget the endless outback. Here you get a vibrant city pulsing with life, dramatic mountain ranges that rise suddenly from the plains, and a sense of culture and creativity that's impossible to ignore. And then there's the coastline, winding, wild, and breathtaking. The Great Ocean Road hugs the edge of the continent, revealing towering cliffs, hidden beaches, and the iconic 12 Apostles, all sculpted by the relentless Southern Ocean. I landed in Melbourne on a crisp August day, expecting little, but was immediately struck by the city's energy, the friendly faces, and the promise of adventure that seemed to linger in the air. The city buzzed with a unique blend of old-world charm and modern excitement. In Victoria, you can argue with a barista over the best flat white in the morning, wander through laneways filled with street art, and feel like a local within hours of arriving. By noon, you could be hiking through ancient fern-filled forests, where the air is cool and the only sounds are birdsong and the crunch of leaves underfoot. The Otways and other national parks offer a sense of tranquility and wonder that's hard to find elsewhere. And as the sun sets, you might find yourself sipping world-class wine at a vineyard, surrounded by rolling hills and the golden glow of dusk in the Yarra Valley. A perfect end to a day of discovery. My mission was simple: to see if Victoria truly lives up to the hype. From the legendary Great Ocean Road to the rugged peaks of the Grampians, and maybe, just maybe, to spot a wild kangaroo or two hopping through the grasslands. This was my journey into the heart of Victoria, a place that felt ready to surprise me at every turn, where every day promised a new adventure and every landscape told a different story. Melbourne doesn't shout. It whispers its cool through hidden laneways and world-class coffee. There's a sense that the city is comfortable in its own skin, never desperate for attention, but always ready to surprise you if you're willing to look a little closer. The energy here is subtle, woven into the fabric of everyday life, from the aroma of freshly ground beans to the hum of conversation echoing down narrow alleys. Wandering the city, I found Parisian arcades, ever-changing street art, and a food scene that's an obsession, not just a pastime. Every corner offers something new: a hidden bakery, a pop-up gallery, or a market stall brimming with local produce. The city's creative spirit is everywhere, inviting you to slow down and savor each discovery. The laneways like Hosier Lane are open-air galleries, and every meal is an event, global cuisine in every corner. Whether you're sampling dumplings in Chinatown or sharing tapas in a tucked-away bar, Melbourne's multicultural flavours tell the story of a city shaped by its people. Food here isn't just fuel, it's a celebration, a way to connect with the city's soul. Each neighbourhood has its own vibe: Fitzroy's creative edge, St Kilda's seaside charm, and the leafy calm of Carlton or the buzz of South Bank. You can spend a morning browsing vintage shops, an afternoon by the ocean, and an evening in a jazz bar, all without leaving the city. And through it all, the iconic trams clang along, connecting the city's patchwork of cultures and communities. They're more than just transport, they're part of Melbourne's rhythm, a gentle reminder to slow down and enjoy the ride. What struck me most was the city's warmth, big, but with a small-town feel, and locals who make you feel at home. There's a friendliness here that's genuine, whether you're chatting with a barista or sharing a table with strangers at a busy cafe. It's a place where you're welcomed, not just tolerated. Melbourne doesn't need to prove itself. It lets you discover its magic at your own pace. There's no rush, no pressure to tick off sights, just an invitation to wander, to linger, and to let the city reveal itself in its own time. After a few days, I felt less like a tourist and more like a local. Melbourne's greatest trick. The city draws you in until suddenly you're part of its daily rhythm, blending in with the regulars and finding your own favourite spots. It's a city that quietly wins you over, one coffee at a time. And before you know it, you're already planning your next visit, eager to uncover even more of Melbourne's understated charm. The Great Ocean Road isn't just a scenic drive. It's a living monument, built by returned soldiers after World War I, stretching along the wild southern coast of Victoria. Every kilometre of this iconic route is steeped in history and remembrance, honouring those who served and sacrificed. As you set out, you're not just following a road, but tracing the footsteps of resilience and community spirit that shaped this breathtaking landscape. Starting in the vibrant town of Torquay, the journey unfolds past legendary surf beaches where the waves draw surfers from around the world. Quaint coastal towns invite you to linger at outdoor cafes, savouring fresh local flavours and the laid-back atmosphere. Fishermen cast their lines from weathered piers, while the ever-present soundtrack of crashing waves sets a soothing rhythm to life along the shore. The road itself is a marvel of engineering, carved into cliffs and hugging the coastline with daring curves. Each turn reveals a new, breathtaking vista. Lookout points where travellers pause to capture the endless horizon, and winding stretches that seem to disappear into the sea mist. It's a photographer's dream, with every moment offering a fresh perspective on the untamed beauty of the coast. As the road meanders inland, golden beaches give way to the emerald embrace of Great Otway National Park. Here, ancient rainforests tower overhead, their ferns and mosses creating a world that feels untouched by time. Walking trails wind through the misty undergrowth, inviting you to lose yourself among trees that have stood for centuries, their silence broken only by birdsong and the whisper of the wind. Yet the ocean is never far away, sometimes sparkling turquoise under the sun, sometimes a deep, stormy navy as waves crash against rugged cliffs. Its moods shift with the weather, but its presence is constant, powerful and humbling, reminding you of nature's raw force and beauty. Standing at a lookout, you feel the salt spray on your skin and hear the thunderous roar of the waves below. The vastness of the ocean stretches before you, making you realise just how small you are in the face of such grandeur. It's a moment of awe, a connection to something far greater than yourself. The Great Ocean Road is more than a route. It's an unfolding adventure that stirs wonder at every bend. Each sunrise paints the landscape in new colours, and every journey along its length offers a unique story, shaped by the land, the sea, and the people who call this coast home. Long after the drive ends, the memories linger. The sights, the sounds, and the feeling of being part of something timeless. The Great Ocean Road is a journey that stays with you, calling you back to its wild beauty again and again. The 12 Apostles are the climax of the Great Ocean Road, towering limestone stacks battered by the Southern Ocean. There were never really 12, but the sight of these giants at sunset is unforgettable. Standing on the viewing platform, you feel the raw power of nature and the fleeting beauty of these eroding pillars. Each year, the ocean claims a little more, making every visit unique and poignant. Nearby, Lockhard Gorge and London Arch add drama and history, shipwrecks, rescues, and the relentless force of the sea. These formations are temporary masterpieces, reminders of nature's artistry and impermanence. The coastline here is alive with stories, both human and geological. It's a place where you witness time in motion. Leaving the coast, I headed inland to the Grampians, rugged sandstone ranges rising from flat farmland like the spine of an ancient beast. The Grampians are a hiker's paradise, with trails winding through eucalyptus forests to breathtaking lookouts like the Pinnacle. The climb is tough, but the panoramic views, patchwork valleys, distant lakes, endless sky, are worth every step. Up here, peace and solitude reign, connecting you to something timeless. The Grampians are also sacred, home to the largest collection of ancient rock art in southern Australia. These ochre paintings tell stories of creation and daily life, linking you to cultures tens of thousands of years old. Visiting these sites is humbling, a direct connection to the land's deep history. The Grampians remind you that Australia's story is far older than any map. Victoria's wildlife is everywhere, no zoo required. In the Grampians, I watched kangaroos lounging in fields, their lazy grace captivating. Spotting a wild koala is a true delight. They're usually asleep, wedged in eucalyptus branches, looking utterly content. The forests echo with kookaburras' laughter and flocks of colourful parrots, while the coast hosts pelicans and cheeky gulls. Yes, there are snakes and spiders, but my only real threat was a swooping magpie with attitude. Most of Victoria's creatures are more likely to charm than harm. Wildlife here is a constant, vivid reminder that you're a guest in a land still wonderfully wild. Every encounter adds a spark of wonder to the journey. After wild adventures, the Yarra Valley offers a civilised escape, rolling vineyards, gourmet food, and a slower pace. Just an hour from Melbourne, it's wine country at its best, with cellar doors ranging from grand estates to family-run gems. Tasting here is an education. Staff share stories of soil climate and the art of winemaking. The region is a food lover's dream. Handmade cheeses, fresh fruit, and world-class restaurants with vineyard views. Despite the luxury, the vibe is relaxed and welcoming. No snobbery, just good food, good wine, and good company. A long lunch here with local lamb and a glass of Pinot Noir is pure bliss. The Yarra Valley is the perfect counterpoint to Victoria's wild side, a place to recharge and indulge. It's proof that adventure and comfort can coexist, often just a short drive apart. Phillip Island is famous for one thing: the nightly penguin parade. As the sun sets, hundreds of little penguins waddle ashore, crossing the sand to their burrows. A spectacle that's both adorable and surreal. Visitors gather in the cold, waiting for the first penguins to appear, and when they do, it's impossible not to smile. The boardwalks let you watch up close as the penguins march home, their calls filling the night air. Flash photography is banned, making you feel like a respectful guest in their world. Phillip Island also boasts a koala conservation centre and dramatic coastal views at the Nobbies, home to fur seals. The island is a microcosm of Victoria's wildlife wonders. It's the perfect, heartwarming finale to a Victorian adventure. As my time in Victoria ended, I reflected on a journey packed with variety. Art-filled cities, wild coasts, ancient mountains, and unforgettable wildlife. What lingers most is the sense of connection to nature's power, to deep history, and to the warmth of the people. Victoria gets under your skin, making you feel like you've discovered a secret worth sharing. This is an invitation. Imagine yourself driving the Great Ocean Road, hiking the Grampians, tasting Yarra Valley wine and laughing with kookaburras. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Victoria is ready to surprise you now. There are more roads to drive, more trails to hike, and more penguins to watch. I know I'll be back. Until then, the memories are more than enough.